culture, control, all. Hey guys, it's me, Lisa, and yes, I changed the color of my hair. If you are not familiar with what they looked like before, it's simply, well, not orange, but I am dressing up like a pumpkin tonight for a Halloween party, and I decided that I was gonna go for the hair, and I love them. The curls are my natural curls and I'm so happy with them, and I am in love with the color. So I think that next time I will wash my hair, I will bring it up and I will put more orange into the hair, because there is this whole blonde part that is not orange and I want it to be, because it's so nice. And yes, I will show you a picture of how I look like a pumpkin in the next video. But for this video, we are reviewing another book. We came back with reviewing books because it's what I love and it's what is fair to do in a book review channel, let's say. So we are gonna review the book from Katherine Ryan, the comedian. She was born in Canada and she transferred in the UK in 2008. And I know that I usually post on Sunday, but it took a little longer to finish the book. This is Katherine Ryan's book, and it's super appealing in terms of cover, and look at the shine that comes from her name. It's really cool, and it's called The Audacity. This book is made as a journey through her life and how she started her comedic career, what she wanted to do, all of her work experiences and what they brought to her. And she also talks about obviously her daughter, her experience as a single mother. And I think that of course it's not meant to be a mesmerizing story, so the descriptions and the rhetorical figures were not there, obviously, not much. They were very much trying to be fun, and I get that. Well, she's a comedic actor, so obviously she would have wanted her book to be fun more than mesmerizing and glamorous as other writers might want it to be. So yeah, in terms of that, it was not incredible. And I think that overall the book is snappy and she tries to be fun, and that's it. And I get that she has been in England for a long time, so if you're not familiar with English culture, you won't probably get every single joke, because she mentioned people that I would like, who? So I'm not super familiar with English culture myself, having lived here for only 2 years and basically a half. So yeah, it's not super easy for everyone to get the jokes, but you get interesting points of reflection that I'm very happy were included in the book. So I think that was very, very cool. It is an insight in her personal life, navigating everything that she does. And so if you are interested in her personally, you would be interested in this book, because she talks about herself a lot and what she does, what she goes through. It's basically her whole experience, sharing her own ideas about things. And so what I loved the most about the book was her own ideas about cancel culture, because I share a lot of them. So she basically devotes a small chapter explaining what she thinks about cancel culture, and she says that it's very dangerous to take it lightly and just dive into cancel culture, deleting people for doing a single mistake, dragging things out from years and years ago, because there needs to be a boundary between what can be tolerated and allowed in this kind of thing, because destroying people's careers and everything, it's not a light thing. Destroying single people's career can be very dangerous, and I'm not saying that it's not fair to do it in certain occasions, because certain people are guilty and they deserve to be taken off the position of power that they have for what they say. But what Katherine rightly says is, I don't think that J.K. Rowling censored stance on trans rights automatically means that all the Harry Potter books are shit. So Katherine generally doesn't believe in discarding people because it's reasonable to expect that everyone should retrieve in their life without acting like a massive asshole a few times along the way. So accountability for her obviously is a different thing from total erasure. And I totally agree with that. Sometimes people must be held accountable for what they do without the threat of immediate cancellation, because people might do wrong things not on purpose. And that should be allowed, and this is what the culture doesn't allow nowadays. So there are cases of celebrities that ignore the accountability and make fake apologies. We have seen a whole lot of that on the media this year, and I don't support that. I don't support people that fuel drama beyond an acceptable point, beyond making your own point, going above and beyond to make yourself look right in the eyes of the public. And yeah, that I don't agree with, and I don't support that. And I personally don't support people that do those kind of things and that have proven to be over and over standing for beliefs that I don't stand for. So this is my personal opinion. And Katherine says that as she considers herself awakened and alert to injustices in society, but she is also an advocate for empathy. I know I have said things in my past for shock value and held beliefs that have since evolved into better, more informed ones. It's perfectly accepted to hold people accountable when they've been wrong. So this I completely agree with. When we are younger, and especially in certain careers, people to be in the spotlight would say anything, and so they say things for shock value, and it's not great. I know that is not good. I've not personally said that, and I'm proud of that, but many people did, and they know they did. So it's not that they truly believe in the things they said, because they might have just said that for shock value, which is something that in the media has a lot of pressure, because if you don't produce constantly things that are shocking, incredible, you don't get views. And this is what people want to see. So it's very scary, and it can draw people to do things that they don't believe in, or say things that they don't believe in. It is just part of the game, and not everyone does it, and this is great. But the people that do it, some of them don't do it because they believe in the things that they say. Katherine says that I love being wrong, maybe not in the moment, but the reflection at least. So she also said, I expect most of us were taught growing up that it's wrong to put someone down to make yourself feel better. That's where I think cancel culture has come in 2021. People sit at home and do fuck all about but wait for someone else to make a mistake so they can feel better about themselves, exposing it. And this, I think, is so right. People are so convinced that calling out others for their mistakes will take away what they do and take away their own mistakes. And I think this is so wrong, because we all do make mistakes, and we shouldn't focus on others to make ourselves feel better. We should focus on ourselves and work to make our beliefs grow, work to be more informed, and work to do better. Because if we truly work to improvement, we are gonna do better. This is just a matter of time, but some people don't feel like making the effort to do that in an ethical way, I guess. Katherine says there are situations where crimes are undoubtedly being committed. In the case of Harvey Weinstein, I was glad to see him grabbed out of Hollywood in crutches. Maybe he be the first of many to disappear, but we have to draw a line somewhere and make room for growth when it comes to less severe infractions. And I think that is completely correct, because some people truly deserve to be taken off their spotlight. Some people do deserve that 100%, but not everyone. And there should be room for growth in all of this. There should be room for saying, maybe I'm wrong, questioning ourselves, not only others, not only questioning other people's doings, but also what we do, and make room for people being wrong, people being human, people not being those perfect entities that are beyond reach, because after all, we are all humans. And I completely agree with that idea, and I think that we should all grow from our mistakes. Not everyone wants to do that, so who doesn't do that deserves to be taken off. That's a given. But the people that want to grow and show their will to grow should be able to do that without the constant pressure of being taken away from all they have because of a single thing that they said in 2005 that is not anymore what represents them, their beliefs, and what they stand for. So 1000% I agree with that. And I ultimately think that it was an interesting book to read. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars because, yeah, it wasn't a masterpiece, but it had important points of reflection in it. So I truly think that if you want to have a deeper reflection on things, this is the book for you. And I think that she is the perfect embodiment of what we stand for today in terms of independent women that do everything for their own career. She starts from doing jigs, doing small things, and then works her way up with resilience and with simply showing up every single day to do it. And she is great in terms of that. And she also has the whole daughter thing that she does on her own and feels completely fine for it. She finds a way into the industry, being pregnant, having a daughter, having all of her personal things going on. So being a mother, that is such a thing that people devalue so much nowadays. And she makes reflections about that, about going into doing the industry pregnant and people asking her, oh, are you not going to take time off because you have your daughter? And she was like, yeah, has anyone asked this to a father? No, they haven't. So yeah, it's really illuminating in terms of family and many ideas that I do consider progressive, but as she says, progressive is very much personal. So if you don't consider this progressive, this book is probably not for you. And what I think she does greatly is to conclude the book with regards to anxiety and conflict, try to remember that nothing matters very much and little matters at all. Your peace should not be undervalued. Resilience is half the battle. You don't need a long-term plan or a short-term plan. Just wake up every day, wash your face and move forward with confidence. Some people will call that audacity. Let them. It's so empowering, so cool. So I think this book deserves a read if you are, well, she calls herself a feminist. I don't call myself that, but it's like if you have strong ideas about femininity, masculinity, the ideas of family, the ideas of cancel culture, the many ideas that are very much important nowadays, I think you should give this read and I think you will truly enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this book review. I truly enjoyed reading it and making this book review for you. And so let me know what other books you want to review next. And I will see you all next week. Bye guys.